All right, so get this, everybody. We're diving headfirst into gaming laptops.
Ooh, nice.
You guys know how it is. You've been hitting us up with all the hottest picks for 2024.
Yeah.
We've been living on Amazon, checking out those listings. And you know what really gets us going? Those customer reviews.
Yeah, gotta love those.
They don't hold back. They tell it like it is.
Exactly.
So today, we've got a lineup of 6 absolute beasts.
Oh, wow.
We're talking the Asus ROG Strix G16, Acer Nitro V,
Okay.
the AC Magic 2024,
Interesting.
the mighty MSI Katana A15,
Hooray!
Asus TUF,
Yeah.
rocking the RTX 4070,
Nice.
and last but not least, the HP Victus 15.
Ooh, good lineup.
Now, you know we love our specs, but let's be real for a second.
Uh-huh.
Specs only taint half the picture.
Right, you get it. What
What
we're...
we're really after is how these bad boys perform when you're in the heat of the moment.
Yeah, can they handle the pressure?
Can they handle those epic boss battles without melting down?
Yeah.
Those user reviews, that's where the real gold is.
Exactly. That's where you get the truth.
So before we get all up in the details of each laptop, I want to get a sense of the big picture.
Sure.
What are the trends you're seeing in the gaming laptop scene right now?
Well, the obvious one, the never-ending quest for more power.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking CPUs, the brains of the operation,
Yeah.
like the Intel Core i7-13650HX.
Wow.
These chips, they're basically little desktop PCs from just a few years ago.
It's insane.
Yeah, and of course you need a GPU, that's your graphics card,
Right.
to handle all the amazing visuals.
Of course.
And NVIDIA's RTX 40 series, that's making a huge splash. The 4060 and 4070, they're popping up everywhere.
Yeah, you see them all over the place.
You can't escape them.
And then you've got those gorgeous high refresh rate displays.
Yeah.
144 hertz. That's becoming like the standard these days.
Right.
Makes everything look so smooth, especially when you're in the middle of some crazy action.
But here's the thing.
What's that?
Gaming laptops, they're not just about raw power.
Right.
You got to think about portability, battery life, especially if you're actually gaming on the go.
Yeah, if you're not tethered to an outlet.
And of course, the big one,
Hit me.
the price.
Yeah, how much damage is this going to do to my wallet?
Exactly.
Speaking of damage,
Uh-oh.
let's jump into the first laptop on our list,
All right.
the Asus ROG Strix G16.
Okay.
This one seems to be a real crowd pleaser.
It's a beast. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
I saw this review on Amazon, Eric Dykstra.
Hey.
He called it an amazing performance machine with a beautiful build.
Yeah, it's a looker for sure.
And he's not kidding.
No.
That Intel Core i7-13650HX with the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4060, that's a serious combo.
Yeah, what does that translate to for the average gamer like me?
We're talking smooth gameplay, stunning visuals, even in the most demanding games.
So I can crank the settings up and it won't even break a sweat.
Exactly.
Now, what's cool is it's not just about playing games right out of the box.
Uh-huh.
Some users are going all out and upgrading the RAM to a crazy 64 GB.
Wow, that's a lot of RAM.
And I even saw someone talking about adding a 4 TB SSD.
That's insane.
I mean, that's practically a supercomputer at that point.
It's like a portable gaming monster.
You can basically do anything on that thing.
The upgradability is huge.
Right.
It means this laptop will stay relevant for years to come, even as games get more demanding.
So it's a good investment.
Definitely.
But let's be real, no laptop's perfect.
Yeah, what are the downsides?
What are some of the things that users have been saying that they're not too happy about?
Well, a few people mentioned that the display resolution could be sharper,
Oh, really?
especially when you compare it to other models in the same price range.
So if you're a real stickler for crisp visuals,
Yeah,
you might want to do some side-by-side comparisons,
exactly.
see what else is out there. And there were some grumbles about the automatic MUX switching.
Oh, yeah, the MUX switching.
Now, for those of us who aren't like tech wizards,
Sure.
what is MUX switching?
Okay, so basically it lets the laptop directly connect the graphics card to the display. It's like a dedicated lane on the highway, just for your game's visuals.
So it's all about performance.
Yeah, it gives you a little extra boost.
Got.
But sometimes it can cause a few hiccups.
Like what?
You know, screen flickering.
Ugh, I hate that.
Or compatibility issues with certain games.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, so it's not a deal breaker for most people.
Right.
But it's definitely something to be aware of.
Good to know. All right, let's move on to a slightly more budget-friendly option.
Okay.
The Acer Nitro V with the Intel Core i5.
All right. The Nitro.
This one's interesting because it seems like you get a lot of bang for your buck.
You do. It's all about value for money with this one.
What are we talking specs-wise?
So you've got a 13th gen Intel Core i5 13420H processor. and an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4050 laptop GPU.
Okay, and for someone like me, what does that mean?
That's plenty of power for most gamers.
So I can play most of the popular games
Yeah.
without any issues.
You should be good to go.
And the price is surprisingly reasonable.
Yeah, it's very competitive.
They didn't cheap out on the display either.
Nope, you get 134 hertz refresh rate.
That's awesome, especially at this price point.
It's a really sweet
A
deal.
lot of the reviews were really positive about the performance,
Yeah, people were impressed.
both for everyday tasks and for gaming. They were surprised by how well it handled things.
Yeah, it punches above its weight class.
I'm always curious about battery life.
Oh, yeah.
That's always a concern with gaming laptops.
It's the eternal struggle.
Yeah, you want the power, but you also want to be able to take it with you.
You want it all.
So what's the verdict on the Nitro?
Well, it's definitely the classic gaming laptop dilemma.
Yeah.
Power versus portability.
Right.
You get great performance, but be prepared to find an outlet if you're gaming on the go.
So I shouldn't expect to be playing for hours on end unplugged.
Probably not.
Some users said the battery life wasn't stellar.
Yeah, it's not its strong suit.
But hey, that's often the price you pay for speed, right?
Exactly. You got to prioritize.
Speaking of battery life,
Okay.
that's one area where the next laptop on our list really surprised us.
All right, which one is that?
The Ace Magic 2024.
The Ace Magic.
And
Okay.
this one caught my eye because it's significantly cheaper than the others.
Yeah, it's definitely the budget option.
So let's talk specs.
All right, so we've got an AMD Ryzen 7 5825U
Okay.
with Radeon RX Vega 8 graphics,
Mm-hmm.
16 GB of RAM, and a 512 GB NVMe SSD.
All right. So how does that translate to real world use? Can you actually game on this thing?
Wow.
Or is it more for everyday stuff?
It's not going to blow you away with cutting edge graphics.
Right.
But it can handle everyday tasks and lighter gaming without breaking a sweat.
Okay. So maybe not the latest AAA titles.
Yeah, maybe not on the highest settings.
But for indie games and older games,
You should be good to go.
it could be a good option.
And several reviewers were really positive about the build quality.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah, they were surprised by how solid it felt.
Especially for a budget laptop.
Right, you wouldn't expect.
And decent battery life, too.
Yeah, which is nice.
Someone even said it's a great option for travel.
Really? That's surprising for a gaming laptop.
It is, right?
You usually think of them as these big, bulky machines.
Yeah, you got to lug around the power brick and everything.
Exactly.
But this one, it sounds like you could actually take it on the go.
Yeah, maybe do some work on the plane, then fire up a game when you land.
It's challenging those preconceived notions about what a gaming laptop has to be.
Absolutely.
You don't always need the absolute bleeding edge of technology to have a good experience.
Right.
Especially if you're on a budget.
That's the key.
All right, let's shift gears to the powerhouse of the group,
Okay, bring on the power.
the MSI Katana A15 AI.
Oh, yeah, the katana.
This one's packing some serious heat,
Oh, absolutely.
wouldn't you say?
This is for the gamer who wants it all.
Yeah, they went all out on this one.
We're talking a Ryzen 7 8845 HS processor, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4060 graphics card,
Okay.
and hold on to your hats, 32 GB of RAM.
32 GB of RAM.
You heard that right.
You could run a small country on that thing.
You're not kidding.
It's insane.
And to keep all that power from melting down,
Yeah, because it's got to get hot.
they've got MSI's Advanced Cooler Boost 5 technology.
Cooler Boost 5.
It's designed to handle the heat.
So no more scorched laps.
Hopefully not.
I saw a review where someone was getting over 60 FPS on high ultra settings
Oh, wow.
in games like Call of Duty, MW3, and Destiny 2.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that's seriously impressive.
No lag, just pure gaming bliss.
It sounds like a dream machine,
It does, doesn't it?
but I'm guessing battery life takes a hit with all that power.
Yeah, that's usually the trade-off.
Right.
You get the performance, but you sacrifice some portability.
So if you're planning on gaming on the go,
Maybe not the best choice.
you might want to consider something else.
But if you're mostly plugged in,
Yeah.
it's not a big deal.
Okay, so we've covered 4 out of the 6 laptops on your list.
All right, we're making progress.
Now I've got 2 more to talk about.
Hit me.
The Asus TUF 15.6 with an RTX 4070
Okay, the TUF.
and the HP Victus 15.
All right, the Victus.
Now, full transparency here.
Uh-huh.
We don't have access to any user reviews for these specific configurations.
Oh, really?
So we're going to have to rely on what we know about the series in general.
Okay, so we're going in a little blind,
Kinda. Yeah,
but that's part of the fun sometimes.
I guess so. But I always love hearing what actual users are saying.
Yeah, those real-world experiences.
So valuable.
But it is what it is.
All right, so let's start with the Asus TU.
Okay, the TUF.
Now, the TU series has a reputation for being durable and reliable.
TUF is right there in the name.
They don't mess around.
It's built to last.
This particular model comes with an RTX 4070,
Okay.
which is a step up from the 4060 we've seen in some of the other laptops.
So even more graphical horsepower?
Theoretically, yes.
Okay.
Perfect for gamers who want to crank those settings to the max.
Yeah, if you want the best of the best.
But without those user reviews, it's hard to say for sure how it performs in the real world.
You never know, there could be some hidden issues.
Like what?
Thermals, battery life under heavy load, those are all things that user reviews can really shed light on.
Okay, so we're just going to have to wait and see.
I guess so.
What about the HP Victus 15? What can we glean from its specs?
Well, it seems like HP is aiming for a balanced approach with the Victus.
Right.
The Victus series generally focuses on providing a well-rounded experience.
All right, so not necessarily a top-of-the-line gaming rig.
Right, but a solid choice for gamers who also use their laptops for other things.
Like work or school.
Exactly.
So it's more of an all-rounder.
Well, you could say that.
What about the specs?
Okay, so it's got an AMD Ryzen 5 7535HS processor, which is a capable mid-range chip.
Right.
And it comes with a 15.6-inch FHD 144 hertz display.
So you're still getting that super smooth refresh rate.
Yeah, it's essential for gaming.
Absolutely.
And for graphics, it's rocking an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2050.
Okay, so not the latest and greatest.
Not quite, but it's still a decent card.
Enough to play a lot of popular games at decent settings.
I'd say so, yeah.
So maybe not maxing out every game at 144 hertz,
Probably not.
but it strikes a good balance between performance and affordability.
Exactly. That's what HP was going for.
You know, we've been talking a lot about specs and performance, but we can't forget about other factors,
Like what?
like portability.
Right.
For some gamers, that's key.
Absolutely.
They want something they can easily take with them.
Yeah, maybe they travel a lot or they're always on the go.
And for others, it's all about squeezing every last frame per second out of their machine,
The performance junkies.
even if that means sacrificing some portability.
They want the best possible gaming experience.
It's all about knowing what you prioritize as a gamer.
That's the key.
Do those massive specs and raw power outweigh a little extra bulk?
That's the question.
Or is a lighter, more travel-friendly laptop a better fit?
Even if it means dialing back the graphics settings in some games.
It's a tough choice.
It is.
But that's what makes these deep dives so valuable.
Yeah, I agree.
We're not just telling you which laptop is the best.
All right.
We're giving you the information and insights you need to make the decision that's right for you.
It's all about empowering the gamer.
Exactly.
All about finding that sweet spot.
Yeah.
A laptop that ticks all the boxes for you.
Your needs, your budget,
Exactly.
and of course, we can't stress this enough.
What's that?
User reviews are your best friend.
Oh, yeah. Those are gold.
Don't just take our word for it.
Right.
See what other gamers are saying.
Get the real scoop.
Are they raving about the performance?
Yeah.
Are they complaining about overheating issues?
You gotta know the good and the bad.
Those real-world experiences can make all the difference.
They can make or break your decision.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
From powerhouses like the MSI Katana to budget-friendly options like the AC Magic.
I've seen it all.
We've even delved into the mysterious world of MUX switching.
That was fun.
I still don't fully understand it,
It's a bit complicated.
but hey, that's what you're here for,
That's my job.
to break it down for us regular folks.
Exactly.
So before we send you off on your quest for the perfect gaming laptop, let's do a quick recap
Okay.
and offer some parting wisdom.
Sounds good.
What's the big takeaway for our listeners?
All right, so here's the deal.
Hit me.
How do you choose a laptop with all this information swirling around?
Yeah, it can be overwhelming,
It can be.
especially if you're not a tech expert.
Right. So here's the key.
I'm listening.
Know yourself. Know what you prioritize.
Okay, so like, what are my must-haves?
Exactly. What are your non-negotiables?
So if I'm a hardcore gamer, I crave those ultra settings,
Yeah.
silky smooth frame rates,
You want the best of the best.
then a laptop like the Asus ROG Strix G16 or the MSI Katana A15 AI
Those are solid choices.
might be my best bet.
Definitely contenders.
But maybe I'm more of a casual gamer, or I need a laptop that can do double duty.
For work or school.
Yeah, I can't have a dedicated gaming machine.
Right. You need something more versatile.
In that case, the Acer Nitro V, or even the surprisingly capable AC Magic 2024.
That could be a good fit.
Those could be perfect.
They offer a good balance.
And we can't forget about those trade-offs we talked about.
Oh, yeah. Those are important.
Power often comes at the expense of portability and battery life.
It's the eternal struggle.
So think about where you'll be using your laptop most of the time.
Yeah, visualize your gaming setup.
Are you chained to a desk?
Or are you gaming on the go?
It makes a big difference.
It does.
All right, before we sign off, we promise some handy links.
To help you explore further.
So for the Asus ROG Strix G16,
Okay.
just head over to assist16.amazon.
Easy peasy.
The Acer Nitro V awaits at acernitrov.amazon.
Nice and simple.
If you're intrigued by the Acer Magic 2024,
The budget-friendly champ.
you can find it at acemagic24.amazon. And for the powerhouse, MSI, Katana A15 AI,
The beast.
visit msikatana.amazon.
Short and sweet.
We'll also include links for the Asus TUFEF and the HP Victus.
Even though we didn't have those user reviews.
Soon.
But you never know, you might find some helpful nuggets of information out there.
Always worth a look.
And finally, as always,
Yes.
we want to leave you with a thought-provoking question.
Okay, hit me.
With technology constantly evolving,
It's crazy how fast it moves.
what do you think the future holds for gaming laptops?
Ooh, good question.
What features are you most excited about?
Yeah, what's next?
Let us know in the comments.
We love hearing from you guys.
And until next time,
Happy gaming.
game on.
It's all about finding that sweet spot,
Yeah.
The laptop that just checks all the boxes
Lettuce boxes.
for your needs, your budget, the whole 9 yards.
The whole shebang.
We got to say it again, though. Those user reviews, they're like gold.
Yeah, they're crucial.
Don't just take our word for it.
Please don't.
Go check them out yourself. See what other gamers are saying. Yeah, get the inside scoop. Are they like over the moon about the performance?
Yeah.
Or are they complaining about the thing overheating and shutting down in the middle of a raid?
Those little details.
Those real world experiences, those are the things that'll help you make the right decision.
They really make a difference.
All right, we've covered a lot of ground today.
Yeah, we've been on quite the adventure.
We've seen the powerhouses, the MSI Katana, those budget-friendly options like the AC Magic.
A little something for everyone.
We even went deep into the wild world of MUX switching.
Oh, yeah.
I still don't think I totally get it, but
It's a complex little beast.
you did your best to explain it to us.
Tried my best.
So before we wrap things up and send you all off to find your dream gaming laptop, let's do a quick recap
Okay.
and maybe offer some parting words of wisdom.
Some sage advice.
So what's the big takeaway? What should our listeners be thinking about as they go through this process?
So here's the thing. How do you actually choose with all this information out there?
It can be overwhelming, right?
You can be a jungle out there.
Especially if you're not like super tech savvy.
Yeah, if you don't speak fluent tech.
So what's the key?
The key is know yourself, know what matters most to you.
Like, what are your absolute must-haves?
Yeah, what are your deal breakers?
So if you're that hardcore gamer, you got to have those ultra settings, those super smooth frame rates,
You want the absolute best.
then maybe something like the Asus RO Strix G16
Yeah.
or the MSI Katana A15 AI, those might be the way to go.
Solid choices for sure.
But on the other hand, maybe you're more of a casual gamer.
Okay.
You need something that can also handle work or school.
A bit more versatile.
In that case, the Acer Nitro V or even that AC Magic 24, those could be a good fit.
Yeah, they strike a good balance.
We got to remember those trade-offs though, right?
Oh, yeah. They're always there lurking.
Power, it often comes at the expense of portability, battery life,
The age-old dilemma.
Think about where you're actually going to be using this thing most of the time.
Yeah, paint me a picture.
Are you going to be chained to a desk?
Or are you going to be out and about gaming on the go?
Makes a big difference.
Huge.
All right. So before we say goodbye, we did promise you guys some helpful links.
To make your search a little easier.
For the Asus ROG Strix G16, head over to asus16.amazon.
Easy peasy.
Acer Nitro V. You can find that one at acernitrov.amazon.
Nice and straightforward.
If you're digging that Acer Magic 24, that budget-friendly beast, that's at acemagic24.amazon.
Gotcha.
And for the powerhouse, the MSI Katana A15 AI, that's at acekatana.amazon.
Short and sweet.
We're also going to throw in links for the Asus TUF and the HP Victus, even though we didn't have those user reviews.
Yeah, it's a shame we couldn't dig into those.
Yeah, but you never know. You might find some hidden gems out there.
Always worth a look.
And finally, as always, we want to leave you with something to think about.
A little food for thought.
Technology, it's always changing. It's moving so fast.
It's mind-boggling.
What do you think the future holds for gaming laptops?
Yeah, what's next?
What features are you most excited about?
Let us know in the comments. We always love hearing from you guys.
And until next time, happy gaming, everyone.
Keep on gaming.